Previously on Returning to Runescape.
In the last episode, we had just left off after overcoming all the quests that were standing in our way of achieving access to the tombs of Damascus. We had faced many challenges in those said quests, including two of the hardest boss encounters I've faced up until this point. But they were going to be mere stepping stones in comparison to what lies beneath that dreaded pyramid. It was time, boys. Everything we've done up until this point, every battle we've had, every quest we've completed, every skill we've trained, it's all come down to this singular moment. It was time for us to take on our very first raid on the account. Now you're probably asking, am I nervous? Yes. Do I expect to die? Absolutely. But with every great adventure comes great sacrifices. And I'm ready to put everything on the line in order to accomplish the goal of completing our first raid. So with that out of the way, I welcome you to episode 19 of Returning to Runescape, entering the tombs of Damascus. Now, to start things off, I do have to say, I am a complete noob and do not look to this video for any sort of tips or guide or plan of action if you do decide to venture into the tombs yourself. In fact, if it were not for the help of my very experienced raiding teacher, Offensive D, from the Discord, I would not have even tried to complete this monumental task. So let's give a huge shout out to him for taking time out of his day to teach this noob. So just keep all of that in mind as you watch. Also, I will leave a link in the description below for you guys to come and join the Discord and the ever-growing community in case you want to raid or do any sorts of PVM content, or just want a spot to chill and hang out while you do your own thing in the lands of RuneScape. Alright my friends, the first boss we were going to take on was the crocodile boss, Zebek. So from my understanding, as it was explained to me, this was actually going to be the easiest of all the bosses inside the tomb. However, just because she's the easiest of all the bosses, doesn't mean she's a pushover. Her abilities can destroy you in mere seconds if you're not paying close attention at all times. Luckily enough for me, Offensive did a great job of explaining all the mechanics of the fight prior. Heck, even I felt confident that I had a fighting chance of staying alive for the majority of this engagement. Now the fight itself felt very fluid, and understandable even for my first time going through. Mostly you just had to make note of which attack style her projectile was going to be, while also making sure to look constantly towards the ground for red blobs coming at you. Now after a few moments in, mostly right around the time I found myself getting comfortable with the fight, things changed. She started to fling around her poison orbs that then took out a lot of the safe areas. But things didn't end there. She would then combo that with a tidal wave that you had to make sure you made it through, or else you were going to be one sick, hurt puppy. But none of the mechanics were as punishing as her roar. It seems that if you made one wrong misstep, and you'd be planked in a matter of seconds, if you didn't make it to the rock cover fast enough. Once we managed to get through all of that, it was on to her in rage phase, which essentially just meant that she was going to attack twice as fast, and you better be quick on the draw when it came to switching up your prayers, or else you were going to be in ghost form watching your teammates finish the fight without you. But thankfully, that didn't happen, and we managed to defeat the mighty Zebek. And it was right then and there that I knew that I was going to love raiding in old school RuneScape. After Zebek's defeat, it was now time to enter the throne room of the second boss in the tombs, a giant scarab monstrosity that goes by the name of Kefri. Now the scariest thing about this boss is not even its outward appearance. Although that is extremely grotesque, I think the scariest thing is actually the fact that no matter what, you are going to get shit on. Literally. No, seriously. Multiple times throughout this fight, this bastard is going to get angry and throw his dung at you. Even the monkey boss has more class than that. Now you have to be very mindful when you're going to get hit with this poo, because you need to creatively stand in certain areas of the platform in order to trap his minions that is going to spawn later on in the fight. You also are going to need to keep an eagle eye on your spot at all times, because he is constantly going to be raining down objects at you that can hit you with upwards of 30 damage each time. So needless to say, you must be attentive at all points in this fight, or else you once again are going to be looking at your teammates finishing off Kefri without your assistance, which, let me tell you, it is not a good feeling at all. As we finish off Kefri, I would like to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and watching the series. And for all of you that may be new to the series, welcome! I'm glad you chose to stop by. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes. After finishing off the scarab poo monster, it was time for us to take down the giant known as Akka. And I'll be honest with you guys, It was at this point in time that I felt that the difficulty of the raid was really starting to increase. This boss's mechanics are some of the most punishing mechanics I've ever seen so far in RuneScape. One wrong step and you're being obliterated with high 30s, 40s, and even 50s, in a very quick succession too. Thankfully, Offensive knew of a strategy that more or less kept him at bay and really unable to truly hit him for the full might of his abilities, while I was able to more or less just stay back and shoot magic missiles at him and his shadow apparitions, while also trying to avoid the occasional environmental mechanic in the center of his platform. Which the mechanic basically functions as a memory game where you had to remember the correct order and stand in the correct square, or else you were going to be hit for massive damage and very likely to be taken out of the fight. Thankfully, we were able to progress through this fight very easily right up until the final phase. Now, I'm not going to use the terminology to describe this phase like it was given to me, for it is quite vulgar, I'll just say that. This phase is often referred to as a certain type of bodily fluid phase. But man, it is challenging. At least it was for myself. These giant ghostly orbs are flying around the platform a million miles a minute, and there's less than 2 or 3 tiles open at a time that are safe. But only safe for mere milliseconds, so you better be on your movement A game when you get into this point, or else you're definitely going to be sent packing because each orb that passes through you hits you for 25s. And it is very, very possible to be hit by multiple orbs in the span of a second, so you can only imagine how easy it is to get planked here. But thankfully, after running around wildly like chickens with our heads cut off, we were able to burn down the rest of Akka's HP and put his spirit to rest, leaving us with only the last 2 bosses to defeat. This now meant we were on to the last boss before the true Big Daddy of the raid. Now this boss goes by the name of Baba, and I actually found this guy to be one of the hardest for me to survive outside of the final boss. I believe it to be the fact that I don't want to take my eyes off of him as he's attacking me, but I need to stay focused at all times on the environment, which normally leads to me trying to face tank him out in the open and getting one-shot KO'd to his attacks. But the fight went off fairly well, even considering my demise halfway through. It mostly consisted of trying to avoid the rolling boulders that come down at a very decent rate of speed as you try to destroy the weakened boulder before you inevitably will get pushed back to the edge and take massive amounts of damage. Also, there is the eventual spawning of his little monkey minions that try to open up the sarcophagus that surround the platform, which will then in turn release unrelenting fireballs that will rain down upon you. Thankfully, Offensive is a very well-versed Tombs of a Mascot runner, and was able to defeat Baba solo with just my reassuring cheerleading from the sidelines. With Baba's defeat, it was now onto the final bosses of the raid, the Wardens. Now this fight was truly, without a doubt, the most difficult fight of the raid. Whatever confidence I had leading up to this fight was quickly torn asunder by the devastating mechanics that this boss fight has. If it wasn't for the resupply right before, I wouldn't even have made it out of the first couple minutes. Not only are you having to employ a mixture of movement and environmental awareness, you also have to be prepared to switch your prayers at a moment's notice and weapon swap at any given second. Needless to say, it was going to be a learning curve that I was going to need to overcome over the span of many, many raids. But I truly did enjoy the experience, and I felt that the pressure it put onto me was only going to make me that much better at hard in-game content when I finally get to that point on the account. But enough talk. Let's jump on in, and I'll show you how the fights went. Do it now or just... Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Stand in.
And this is something I didn't explain to you, but it's something that applies to.
Okay. You're taking chip damage. Is there a reason for it? Is it...
Yeah, so this is how you decide which war fights. So you prevent...
I see. You prevent them from fueling him.
So
okay.
You see this one is fueled further than this one.
Yep.
So this one doesn't go now.
Okay. This is red now. What do we do? Stand in this thingy?
Yeah. Just
okay.
stay, and now you move to the other one for yellow. Oh, that's awkward. Don't have the input space to switch to my weapon.
Now we go back to this for the red one.
Yep. Now I'm gonna split up with you for a sec. Just have the spitball here.
Okay, Warden is gonna come when that bar is full, correct?
No, when we defeat this obelisk.
Okay, I'm
so now
taking.
Stack with you.
Okay, let me drink some nectar. Do we avoid those orbs or do we just take them?
You have to tank those. You just have to stay stacked.
Okay. There's red one. Now we go yellow, right?
Yep.
Okay. Go here. I'll do this.
And he's done. Okay, come to me.
Okay, I'm
Mage
coming.
gear on.
Okay. Turn it. Boom, boom. That. And he's gonna have. So.
Oh yeah. Also, a fun thing about restores is if you drink them while on top of each other, you restore each other's
That mage?
prayer as well. Yeah, pray mage. Ranged.
Okay.
Mage. And these you step over. Next one. Now step over.
Okay.
Ranged.
Oof.
Ambrosia. Very
Okay,
ranged.
yeah.
Step
Oof.
back.
Ooh.
Mage.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Ranged.
Range. All right. Oh,
He's
yeah.
being kind of brutal on us right now. Like he's switching a lot.
Okay. Okay. It's range. Was that windmill? I'm gonna.
Yeah, that was windmill. Ranged. Pray ranged.
I think I got
Nice. Just in time.
it. Range. We're gonna nectar up.
Okay, he's almost down.
Okay.
90%. Get ready to drink your adrenaline. These are bombs, but he's about to go down.
Oh, that was a bomb. Okay.
Drink your adrenaline.
Got it.
Grab your melee gear, Daring Dagger, and
Got
spec the shit out of it.
Okay. Right now, right?
Yeah. So, as fast as possible. Make sure you drink your adrenaline before you spec.
Got it.
I don't have piety on.
Okay. Back to range gear or mage
Yeah,
gear.
Range gear now. Range gear now.
Yep. Okay.
Pray ranged.
Got it. Mage.
Mage.
Mage still. Oh, gotta get the right one. That's
Melee.
melee, right?
Yeah. And we
Mage.
also skipped bombs, by the way, by the timing that we had. So come to me and then step over with me. Yeah. Right now. Melee. Like I said, that one only comes once. Ranged. Mage. Just keep rolling.
Yeah, I switched up at the wrong time. Okay. What's going on now? This is the
Step back and now. Perfect.
Okay.
Step forward
Okay.
and he's down.
Okay.
Dragon Dagger again. As fast as possible, get the specs in.
Whoops. Come on.
Chivalry on.
Grats.
96 strength.
God damn, brother. Alright, I'm out of specs. Back to that tile.
That's
Chivalry.
mage gear.
It's mage prey.
Move. Sorry, I didn't call that one.
All good.
Range.
Range prey.
I didn't explain that one. So
All
basically,
good.
if that lands on you, it freezes you for
Okay.
5 seconds or so.
That obelisk is looking weird.
Yep, he's bombing.
Okay, that's bomb.
Stay.
Stay.
Yeah, for the bomb. Okay, move.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're good, actually. Mage. Move.
That. Ooh, I think I made it. Mage.
Nice. Way to go, dude.
We're fucking trying, bro.
Range.
Range.
Get to me.
Getting.
Alright,
And.
that's so rude.
Oh, I had to tank it, didn't I?
Yeah, like
Ooh.
you had to move through, or you had to dodge to be able to move through. But I even fucked it up myself. That was a rude one. Move again, and he's down. Ready to spec again.
Okay. I only had the one. Come on, give me another spec. Oh, I think I lost my adrenaline. I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah. No, just yeah. Okay, it's fine. You can, but if you're out of spec again already, then it's no worth.
Not worth
recalling.
it. Okay.
Because
Chivalry
it only
on.
applies if you have full spec.
Oh,
so get to
gotcha. Get to you. Oh, fuck. Are we
yeah,
on
so move
P3
to the
now?
right side. Yeah, move P3.
Okay,
So
coming
you're
to
on the
you.
good side right now. Just range him. Left. Middle. Right. Left. Middle. Focus on movement and gear swaps early. Right.
Okay.
Left. Don't be too bothered about DPS. Don't be too bothered about hitting him. Middle.
Okay. I'll just focus surviving.
Left.
Then middle. Right?
Middle. Yeah. And get your range gear on. Right. Left.
Then left.
Middle. Avas. Right.
Yep.
Left. Middle. Nice. Now you can just start ranging him when you feel comfortable.
Oh.
Left. Middle.
I'm just gonna focus surviving until I get
Yeah,
truly
exactly.
comfortable.
Right. Left. Middle. Right. Left. Middle. When he hits 80%, he's gonna spawn skulls, and we're gonna have to melee those skulls. They're all one tick, so you can just click and hit next. Which you need to
Oh,
put
I
melee
fucked
weapon. Right. Left. Skulls.
Okay, and then
So whip a melee weapon and hit the ones on the far side.
on the far side. Okay.
Like I want you to in the future go on the right side because
Okay.
I don't have it going left side.
Okay. And back to middle or back to you?
Right.
Okay.
You always start right.
Okay. Should I
Um,
melee
use
him
spells.
or?
Left? No, range him. Middle?
Okay.
Right? Left? Middle? Nice 100. Right? Left? Middle? When you get the time, use another salt dose. Right? Left? Middle? Next goal's coming up.
Okay. I'll go
Right.
right side.
Left? Middle? Skulls. Equip a melee weapon. Play mage. Sorry. Now we have to switch prayers for the back as well.
Okay.
Yes. Left ranged. Right. Middle. Right. Left. Middle. Right. Left. Middle. Right. Left. Middle. Right. Left. Middle. Skulls.
Okay. Do we
And
switch
drop-
prey or no?
Yeah. If he attacks you with different style, you switch.
Okay.
100% every time. You have plenty of time for these skulls.
Okay.
Left.
Coming. Oh, he got me. GG's. Almost made it.
I kind of made it confusing there as well by
All good, dude.
I
All
was
good.
trying to give you foods, but I kind of placed in the awkward spots and
All freaking good, man.
like you made it a lot farther than I thought it would. Like I didn't bother explaining this because I didn't think you'd make it.
Well, boys, as you saw, I definitely didn't survive the encounter, but I damn sure had a good time being a part of it for the time that I was there. Thankfully, I did do enough work to be considered more than just a pleb leecher, so I did in fact receive a reward in the end chest, a massive 30k loot drop. But hey, the experience was worth way more to me than anything that could have been in that chest. Except maybe a shadow. That would have meant a lot. But looking back on things, I honestly cannot believe we're this far along. If you would have came up to me 4 months ago and told me not only would you be overcoming goal after goal that you set out to do, but you could also be completing your first raid, I would have called you a liar. But I honestly could not have done it without the amazing support of all you guys and everyone in the Discord. You guys are truly the best. But now that we finished our first raid, I honestly cannot wait to go back and start farming more and more runs of them. But I know that in my current stats and my current gear, I have a long way to go before I'll be an efficient and useful raiding partner. So it was time to start grinding some levels and grinding some gold along the way to pay for some supplies and some new pieces of gear. I think it might be time for us to return to an old nemesis who has possession of something that I so desperately desire. My first pet, the Callisto Cub. So everyone, I can't wait to see you all in the next episode of Returning to RuneScape.